Hey everyone, this is Coach Graber. This video is over expressing your emotions. So, some common responses to negative emotions that I've seen a lot are either to just get out of control and let those emotions control your actions. I'm thinking about those times when you either see red or you go on a rampage, could be in person or on social media. And obviously, we know that's not healthy. But the other option that is also a common response is just to stuff those deep emotions deep inside you so they don't cause you to break out and lose control. But neither of these are really healthy ways to manage your emotions. Obviously, when you're letting those strong emotions control your actions, you make irrational choices that you regret later. But on the other hand, when you're bottling up those emotions, they often just simmer inside until they really affect us in a deep way and maybe break out in a way we don't want them to. So learning to deal with these emotions is a more positive way to avoid these reactions instead of just either letting them control us or bottling them up. So it's really helpful to find ways to express these emotions or to vent in ways that don't hurt anyone else. So to do this, you want to channel your emotion into activities that are disconnected from the people that are involved in the cause of those emotions. So the goal is to let yourself process the emotions so that you're able to handle the root problem in a rational and logical way without the emotions clouding your decisions. So we'll talk about several strategies that can help you handle your emotions in a healthy way. So a first strategy to consider is finding a mentor. So talking your emotions out with someone else can be a helpful way to work through those feelings. But a common pitfall that a lot of people fall into is they want to just talk to a friend who's also involved in the situation. This can cause things to get worse. It can begin a gossip chain, and it can aggravate things all around. Oftentimes, a friend is biased towards you, and they can't really help give you good advice because they're really involved emotionally in the situation as well. So it's often more helpful to find someone whose opinion you trust, but is uninvolved in the situation. This could be a parent, a counselor, an older friend, another adult like a teacher. You want to find someone who's going to validate your feelings, but also will help you work through them in a productive manner, who will challenge you and help you consider some options maybe you didn't think about. A second strategy to consider is actually using creativity to help you vent those emotions. If you express yourself through art, that's going to allow you to get those emotions out without directing them towards somebody else. There's actually a lot of research that suggests that artistic expression can reduce stress and help you process your emotions. So you can do this through painting or drawing, or through music, or writing a poem, or even dancing. And obviously, writing and journal writing can really help with this as well. A third strategy that you can use is to take those negative emotions and channel them into positive action. This can really help if you find a cause that you're passionate about, especially if it's related to what you're angry about. So, for example, if you're angry about inequality and the racism in our society, if you find an organization that promotes equity and you get involved and volunteer, then you can really put those emotions to good use. Our world really needs young people who care about things to make a stand for what's right. And you can use those emotions for good if you find ways to speak out. And a fourth strategy to consider is to write a letter that you never send. So oftentimes it can be helpful to really get those emotions off your chest, but maybe you don't want to say them or write them directly to the person you're angry at, because that can get hurtful and hurt the relationship. Maybe sometimes you just need to get those thoughts out on paper without worrying about how that person might respond. So in this case, you could write a letter and throw it away when you're done, or file it and read it when you're feeling less emotionally involved and see if it's something you still want to send. So think about this strategy and think about ways that you can handle your emotions, work through those emotions without getting caught up in them. Remember, it's a tough balance. Remember that you don't want to be controlled by emotions. You don't want to just lash out. You don't want to hurt other people as you're working through those emotions. But at the same time, you do not want to bottle them up. If you're bottling up those emotions, eventually they will cause you to be stressed out. They will affect you physically, and they can still affect you in very real ways as well, even if you're not being controlled by them. So find positive ways to work through the emotions instead. If you have any questions, as always, please let me know, and have a great day.